हेलो एवरीवन वेलकम टू एसआर एजुकेशन। तो किसी प्रोब्लेम सकाशे क्लास हो पार ना तो बहुत दिन पर आज क्लास हो तो आशा कर समस्ते क्लास को इंटरेस्ट नहीं पढ़े और जहाँ भी पढ़ाऊँ बुझी पारे। तो आम आज प्राइसलेस गिफ्ट रो क्वेश्चन आंसर डिस्कशन करवा। फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन आम कौन देला, व्हाट डिड द राइटर एक्सपीरियंस इन द रेस्टोरेंट। Answer कौन आसला, the writer went to a vegetarian restaurant in the lunch time. The restaurant was crowded. The writer chose the corner table and skimming through the newspaper. Question 2 कौन आसला, what did he notice there? The writer noticed a very young girl looking at him. Her eyes were large and they had a sad expression. When she was going out, she asked the cashier in a low voice that whether the writer was an Indian. Question 3. What was the writer's first impression of the girl? The writer noticed a young girl whose eyes were large and had sad expression. And when she inquired about him to the cashier, the writer became curious. Her eyes that had sad emotions made him think that the girl had some problems. Next is the fourth question कौन, what made the writer surprised? The girl was looking at the writer and wanted to know whether he was an Indian. When she inquired about him to the cashier and once again looked at the writer was surprised. Next question. Why did he inquire from the cashier? He noticed that the girl was interested to know about him. And when he asked the cashier about the writer, he made writer curious to know what it was exactly she was. So he went to the cashier and inquired about the girl from him. Sixth question is what information did he get from the cashier? Answer कौन, the cashier told the writer that the girl went to the restaurant on Saturday. She went to the restaurant and paid only because she did not earn much. Where did the writer go on the next Saturday? The writer went to the same restaurant where he had noticed the girl. Next question. Why did he arrange the chair opposite here? The writer went to the same restaurant and saw the same girl sitting at the same table as before. He took the chair and arranged opposite to her because he wanted to have a conversation with her. Question 9. What query did the girl make about the writer? The girl asked the writer whether he was an Indian. What impression did the writer have about the family of girl? The writer came to know from the girl that her brother was a soldier and was serving in India. Her brother was the only guardian of her family. She lived with her widow mother. The writer understood that the both of them, especially her mother, wanted to know about him and was worried of him. Next question. How was the writer treated at Maggie's house? Who was there to welcome him? The writer went to Maggie's house with her. He was welcomed with eagerness and smile. He was treated with happiness and respect. Mrs. Bestie, Maggie's mother, welcomed him. Next question कौन आसिला? What was Mrs. Bessie doing her the writer met her? Why was she unwilling to go for a handshake? Answer कौन? Mrs. Bessie was making cake when the writer met her, as her hands were covered with flour. She was not able to go for a handshake. Next question कौन? Why did the girl usually visit the restaurant on Saturday? Answer. The girl did not earn much. The girl did not earn much. She visited the restaurant on Saturday because it was her payday. Next. What did Mrs. Bessie believe about the ring? Mrs. Bessie had believed that the ring was special and magical. She believed that someone can know about a distant person when one gazed into it and concentrated on it. What made the author to tell a lie about the ring? Answer Gandala. Maggie incited the author to look into the ring and tell her mother that Frankie was alive and well. The author chose that it would not be okay to lie once for making Mrs. Bessie recover from her illness. Next question gonna. Did the telling of a lie benefit Mrs. Bessie? Yes, telling of lie did benefit Mrs. Bessie. When the author looked into the ring and told Mrs. Bessie that Frankie was alive and well, she raised her head a little of the pillow. The news made her happy and soon she was recovered. Why did the writer feel guilty about himself? Answer. When the writer calculated and realized that Frankie had been killed before someday, when he had lied about his well-being to his mother, the realization of his lie made him feel guilty. Next question कौन आसला? What was Maggie's gift to the writer? Answer दला. When the writer told Maggie that he was going to India, he also told her that he would visit her brother's grave and write a letter to her. Then Maggie thanked him and gave him a shilling, which she had earned with much toil. She wanted the author to buy flowers from a shilling and lay on her brother's grave. A shilling earned from her hard work was Maggie's gift to the writer. Next question कौन आसला? Why was it a priceless gift? The girl's economic condition was not so good and she earned very penny with much toil. A shilling that she earned with much toil represents her greatest gift for her brother. It shows her unconditional love for him. Next question कौन आसला? Did Maggie love her brother dearly? Give reasons. Answer कौन दला? Maggie loved her brother Frankie with all her heart. Her love for him was unconditional. She had to take most effort to earn single penny, and she kept a shilling for buying flowers for her brother's grave. This act shows how deep her love was her brother. तो नेक्स्ट क्लास रे हमें अलग क्वेश्चन आंसर डिस्कशन करिबा.